finest in vinyl siding, rain gutters, overhangs, storm and replacement windows, even patios and decks, trust in the experts at Ultimate Siding and Gutters. In addition to being licensed and insured, our technicians are also friendly and courteous, performing hassle-free service and installation at affordable rates. Plus, we provide free estimates for commercial and residential structures. Our entire staff will exceed your expectations. For the ultimate in siding, gutters, and much more, call Ultimate Siding and Gutters today.
One area of our business where we impact the local communities pretty heavily is the school systems. So we work for school systems all over the northern part of the state of New Jersey. We operate their water systems, their wastewater systems. We do a lot of their permitting and compliance work, and we ensure that the water that the kids drink is clean. We go out and do the sampling to ensure that it's not contaminated. And we also treat the wastewater that's being generated at a lot of these facilities as well before it gets discharged to the environment. So we are supporting the local community through supporting the boards of education and the local school systems.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to Simtrack's broadcast. And we are here with the Racing Revolution League on the final round here of the round of 12. We are taking a little look here at the number 14 of Michael Bennett, who desperately needs a solid finish here tonight as he is chopping through this field, trying to get a solid qualifying time. James Loveland not having any trouble out there. Seems he's trying to get some of his time up. It looks like Jeremy Burns is sitting in the 5th position. And Matthew Robinson sitting 6th, just to name a few of the drivers out there that may or may not be in the hot seat. Jeremy Burns normally riding on top of the wave here for leading in the points as it shuffles up here for the points. Oh boy, sorry about that. Jeremy Burns kind of hopping that thing there. Interesting to see if they're allowed to cut the track at that point of the racetrack here, if that's going to matter. Justice Murphy has been really on a rampage here as of late. Stella joining alongside me. Maybe you can describe this a little better, as after the race we saw at Talladega and the win he brought out that week, you know, and how he's just performing here in the past few races. This is exactly what he needs to have happen, but not why so late in the season here.
Yeah, well, you get some that are cold as ice in the beginning and heat up at the end. We've even seen Robert Rader do that. He was cold as ice at the beginning of the season and has picked up. But Justice missed it just by one race. If he had had either one of these last 2 wins, he'd have been golden.
Yeah, and now that we head to a road course, he's sitting right now 4th during qualifying. Not too bad from him here so far. Hopefully we'll be able to continue his charge on here. Let's take a little look at where our best times are out there on the track and try to kind of narrow down what we're getting ready to see here tonight. And it's just going to be a huge pileup of drivers trying to mash into one position. And it's real unfortunate because you kind of would hope that the guys would be able to, for lack of better terms here, Stella, have the points going into this one before they get caught off guard. Before this gets to this point, you want to see them be able to get where they need to be more than points. You like to be able to see it on a win, but with Jeremy Burns having so many wins this season, I mean, that's almost practically impossible.
Well, it is and it isn't, because after Texas, Jeremy Burns and Trevor Earhart were actually the same distance from the cutoff line, 35 points. And after last week, 35 to the bottom cutoff of number 8. This week, he is 33 points. So people, even though he is not winning, people are catching up, because Grant Thorpe is right behind him with 24. So there's no more tie up at the top. They're nibbling away at his heels.
Yeah, well, he's trying to stay out front, and that he is, as we watch Caleb Gilbert get a couple extra laps in here, trying to see if he can squeeze past 8th position. Grant Turner still out there for 14th. Loveland, I believe he is going to finish off at probably 19th position. I'm showing Chris Nail, Grant Thornton, Nick Shell, Daniel Holloway, Jeffrey Israel, I think, is going to try to make it out here tonight. Carter Lenz and Jacob Sarkovic. These guys right now are not qualifying, and I'm not sure if they are able or wanting to get up in the mix of everything where these guys are competing, especially for position. We'll take a look at our championship points heading into this one. And Stella Burns just barely ahead here. Grant Thorpe has been getting a bunch of podium positions. He slings in the 2nd. Caleb Gilbert sits 3rd. And Earhart, remember, he's the only one really out there with a green number I've got marked in our tower that is a win and you're in. You said a business decision to push Justice Murphy instead of Alex Forget. And that kicks Forget out. And now he is still only a spot or 2 above the cutoff line. But cutoff line consisting of Michael Bennett, Nick Alves, Tay McDonald, and Trevor Keith. I will have them lit up in the tower tonight in red. Right now, they are the guys in the hot seat here tonight. They have got to make sure they break over a certain amount Trevor Keith, if he can come out here and win it right now, qualifying second here tonight. He's only about, he's only 15 thousandths of a second off, I think, of the best time out there. Yeah, not too bad. If Trevor Keith is able to hang with Jeremy Burns, Burns able to put a bunch of laps down this week, and he's got a solid time out there. And he's feeling pretty confident. And we've talked to Burns before, and he says that's exactly what he is able to do and how he's able to compete out here is just practice, practice, practice. And we may have an opportunity to see, Stella, actually the Performance Motorsports guys, half their team get cut in half, if not two, 3/4 of them here at the Charlotte Roval. That could be really the dream breaker for some of these guys.
Yeah, and one thing I do notice, we are missing Tay McDonald.
Yes, we are. Yeah, Tay McDonald right now is not sticking around. I don't know if he was unable to make it here tonight. I believe he was tentative for trying to make it into the run, which is unfortunate. Because if I'm not mistaken, Stella, he was in the lead in the round of 16.
Yes, at 1 week he was definitely, but that makes a difference because he is one of the 4, like you say, that should be in red on the cutoff. And that being said, there's a quick down and dirty open space right there, because he's not going to get above that line not being here.
Yeah. Well, we get ready to wrap up qualifying here. Plenty of time to kind of smooth this one out, and as everybody tries to battle back and figure out really where it goes. We'll talk about the restart zone as well here, Stella, when we get these guys starting to grid up, which I'm pretty excited to see. But we'll take a look at a race info starting for the night here at Charlotte Motor Speedway, but not just the track. We are taking the Roval here tonight. 54 laps. The stage will be at lap 12. 50% fuel limit, so the fuel calculator hopefully is able to suit up and get out there. I'm still not seeing any activity out of the 77 Chevrolet on the track. 5 sets of tires will be down pits, and obviously no fast repairs. But boy, that track temperature is scorching out there. 105 degrees. Pretty interesting to see it heating up that hot here tonight rather than it kind of floating it any other way. But that's how the All About Bugs 125 is going to go here. And kind of give us a little hint here, Stella, is these guys, when they come, I don't think there will be a restart tonight. Even at the stage, they will continue rolling.
It should not be a stage caution at 12. There will be a declared stage break, only so that points may be awarded, but you keep on rolling.
Yeah, and somebody who's going to be looking to stay out front and the entire time is going to be Jeremy Burns. Right now, this is going to be a wicked race for him getting started at this track. I mean, I just can't wait to see what he's got for us here at this 2.25 mile track. 12 turns we've got lined up for you guys here tonight, and I guarantee you every single one of them is going to be special to the driver, because he's got to nail it. He's got to get the timing down correctly, and he cannot miss his turn. And right now, with our guys sitting here in the front, the fastest ones I'm used to seeing, but you got drivers like Michael Bennett, they're praying for this shot here. They've got to make it in. So right now we are still waiting for, I believe, Jeffrey Israel and Grant Thorpe to set up here. We see them missing in those 2 spots here in the rear, and I believe they have missed the grid. We're going to try our best here to see if we can try to keep it going and move on through here. Hopefully we are continuing on through the run here. Caleb Gilbert sitting 9th. Alice Forget is 10th. Matthew Robinson 11th. And Nick Alves will be in the 12th position. Rotating on back through the rest of our field. Kevin Orlando will be sitting 13th. Parker Johnson at 14th. Grant Turner and John Fight rounding out row number 8. Sitting in row number 9 on the inside will be Devin Hudgens. We'll see a lot of him tonight, along with Tyler Harrison. Chris Schaefer, Grant Thorpe. Like I said, don't know if Thorpe was able to suit up tonight. Jacob Sarkovich will be sitting in the 21st position. Carter Lenz was able to suit up. Jeffrey Israel, nope, didn't get behind the wheel here. Daniel Holloway will be in the final position here. Not looking good for Grant Thorpe, which I do see a car in the pit. He may have survived here. We'll see if he's able to snap back out and get out there onto the track. But this is this is going to be a tough one. We've seen a few memes of Heartburn Turn right there of everybody slamming into it. And it's going to be tough to see. Stella, I believe there's a driver who didn't make it in real life. Unfortunately, wasn't able to even finish this race.
Well, you mean this past weekend?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Denny Hamlin. DNF. Which,
No.
I mean, that's not good.
No, it's not. And I believe somebody might be rocking Denny Hamlin out there, which I hope it doesn't bring him any bad luck here. Right now, I'm seeing Matthew Robinson, I believe, in a Denny Hamlin shirt. And he'll be starting right now in the 11th position. So right now, we've got a lot of guys trying to see if they can make up some ground here tonight. But it's going to have to be pretty tight heading into this one. As you see them straighten out through there, not wanting to bump into each other. Heading through the chicane on the backstretch. Stella, this is going to be a tight one here tonight. Any any guesses of what we might see?
I'm hoping that, honestly, at this point, I'm hoping to see All About Bucks, since they're sponsoring, Justice Murphy do well this evening.
All right, well, that would be 3 in a row if he is able to complete the trifecta here. Right now, he has been on a roll as of late. As they get ready, pace car is off. They do have to maintain here as they get around. No lane changing before the start-finish line, and Jeremy Burns is away. Already some trouble here in the back as the guys are trying to keep each other all together before they mash up into turn 1. I believe that is Grant Turner who locks it up first.
Oh, yeah. A lot of smoke out there.
Yeah, we talked a little bit about it here. I believe John Fike is into the wall. Yeah, might have gotten pinched right there on the exit there of pit road. The Danos machine, number 10 Chevrolet, loses 6 positions down to 22nd here. And that's going to undo the beginning here of his race. I'm sure he would love to keep a solid position. Now, speaking of solid position, as we take a look here, as Trevor Keith is sitting in the number 2 spot. Right now, he's only got one more to go, and if he can come away with a win, it would take him from dead last in the championship points to a win and you're in. So this is a do-or-die situation for Trevor Keith out there, who's sitting in the 15, and Trevor Earhart. Looks like he might have gotten bumped there. I don't know if a little shove from the back or if he got tight there on the outside of Justice Murphy. He is unfortunately having to serve a time penalty, is what you see. When you cut that turn, they make you hold for at least 8 seconds. So an 8-second loss, that drops Trevor Keith down to 15th, and the key would be right now, Stella, staying calm before you charge forward and create another mistake.
Yeah, luckily that's Trevor Earhart. Trevor Keith is still sitting in second, and he's a happy camper up there.
Oh, yeah. Did I mess up? Did I say it wrong? Oh, okay. I was going to say Trevor Earhart, was slinging through the edge there. My bad. I know sometimes I do fumble the words.
Two Trevors, we got 2 Grants, it's crazy.
Yeah, let's see if we can float up here where James Loveland's gained at least a position. Kevin Orlando's gained 3. I believe he's going. Oh, Robinson! Hard part is merging back onto the track. Oh, my God!
Nice job!
Wow!
That was Harrison.
That was Tyler Harrison.
Stop.
Holy cow!
Nicely done. Way to keep
Yeah, look, he's even having a laugh about it. When the guy comes back on the track, you see him slinging through the turn. Tyler Harrison almost absolutely ate Matthew Robinson's lunch there. Could have been a tough squeeze here, but we'll see if we can keep this on rolling.
So where's Kevin Orlando right now? Because there is a Kevin Orlando Jr. out here in the chat watching.
Oh, yeah. Well, Kevin Orlando was actually out there sitting 9th. He's gained 4 positions here. Not seeing anything crazy out of Kevin Orlando. He's just driving his race, doing what he needs to do out there on the track.
Yeah, we've got a couple people out here already. Jake Hutchins says it's almost says it's almost my birthday.
Ah.
So we'll have to. Devin makes the podium. Better remember to say happy birthday.
Oh, yeah.
And Debbie Smith is out there too for rooting on the mountain man Jeremy Burns.
Well, let's take a look here. As right now we are seeing Kevin Orlando being pressured heavily here by Alex Forget. Forget was very fast during practice and almost looked like he fumbled here during qualifying. So the number 19 machine, he's still trying to keep charging on through here. And Stella, I'm fairly certain right now we are taking a look at Alex Forget, rocking that wheel here through the chicane, trying to see if he can keep it held onto the track, and he does. Boy, that is just so tough to be able to maintain that kind of speed and be able to then pull away and capitalize on that kind of a turn. So very, very tough here. Jessica out there in the chat, yep, we got your boy up on screen here. He's trying to see if he can get a solid finish here tonight. Right now, he's in a comfortable top 10. One of his teammates back here, though, Nick Alves, boy, he is praying for a good finish here tonight as well. And Stella, talk to me about the Performance Motorsports gang. If I'm not mistaken, I believe it is Alves is above the line, and Bennett, and we've got somebody else is below the line.
No, Bennett and Alves are both below the line, and Matthew Robinson and Alex Forget peeking in at number 7.
Yeah, right now them flipping around, they've got to figure out how to get it going. Nick Alves is not flicking us off on the camera. That is a shifter he's reaching out for. Does not want to let go of the wheel. Trying to see if he can get going. Right now, Robinson just barely making it, though, but he is trying to battle his way back. Right now, I'm showing Parker Johnston and Grant Thorpe are down pit road. Yeah, I don't know if Parker had a problem out there on the track. I don't know if we're going to notice any damage from the rear of that car, but there's already a front end hit here, and that might be exactly what we're seeing. Let's see if we can float out there.
Worn up.
Yeah, let me see if we can take a peek, because it shows Daniel Holloway had some trouble out here. It says on lap 1. Whoop. That looks like the same turn that caught. Whoop, that's next shell.
Nice. Oh. Well, that's one way to get around somebody. It did the I Dream of Jeannie blink thing there.
Huh.
Yeah, Grant Thorpe, actually, I noticed him pop up from his phone into the admin section, and he's now back offline. So I will be doubting seriously whether we will see that car move tonight.
All right, let's try to get through some of these wrecks here where I want to see where Trevor Earhart. This is where he shot through, and unfortunately this has kind of jammed up his race a little bit here. Looks like he gets in way too hot. Ray Lane kind of having to check up because Justice Murphy shot the gap, and that sends Earhart down through. Robinson gets turned around here. This is another shot from overhead.
Oh. There must be a set of bumps there or something.
Well, you can even see the tire streaks from where Holloway spun out there. So here's Harrison. Ooh, boy. He did contact him, but boy, it didn't look like it was damage. All right, let's see what happened to Chris Nail. Chris Nail got in some trouble here. Oh, the bump. No.
Oh, wow. You're hiding. Peekaboo.
I want to see right here because it says this is where Parker ends up in some trouble. Yeah, might have Chris Nail rev it up there and sidestep it.
Wow, I didn't realize there was a place where they kind of not cross paths, but I wasn't prepared for that other line of cars to come by in the opposite direction.
Yep. This is what catches Parker. And this is what mauls his race. Let's kind of keep because it looks like he does a double tap here. Following behind Alves, clicks the wall. And you see it looks like it doesn't even steer.
Wow, yeah.
Yeah, I want to see if we can take a peek from the inside. Kind of see what happens here. Yeah, look at him turning. See, it's like a disconnect. See the wheel not even moving?
Yep. It is.
Oh, dude. All right, let's take a look back here at John Fike. I hate running through some of these wrecks here, but if some of your favorite drivers are out of the running, try to give you a reason as to why.
Yeah. Can you pop me up one notch? We seem to be getting some requests out there saying I'm not loud enough.
Yeah, let's see if we can find something going on here.
Oh no. Parker has a broken toe link. Mike Johnston just clued us in there.
All right, let's see. Carter Lenz. Should be the last one that I've got on the chart here. Oh, no!
Oh,
Looped
definitely
it. Boink.
hit speed bumps.
All right, let's get us back live here. And see how everybody else is doing. Right now, Jeremy Burns still leading this one by 2.5 seconds over top of Trevor Keith. Trevor Keith still rocking and rolling here, and I got to admit, I almost say Jeremy Burns, he's treating this thing like a video game here. Notice how that wheel's not really fighting him here at all as he slides through the chicane on the front stretch, and he'll line himself up here for turn number 1 again as he begins lap number 8. This is a great move here so far by Jeremy Burns. Right now, this is not seeming to be any issue here for him tonight. And some of the guys who are racing here tonight are trying to make sure that they have plenty of stage points, because right now Jeremy Burns wins this one. It slings him already. He's already points-wise nailed for the top 8, but this is just going to be kind of insult to injury as he's able to sling into the top 8 with much more of a commanding lead than he already has here. So Burns still leading it. Stella, right now this is looking pretty solid here so far for Burns. Trevor Keith sits back. Now 3.3 seconds, and right now, how does a guy who got kind of mauled on the last lap of Talladega, he's got to finish. He's got to finish here tonight or beat them on some sort of pit strategy. And I'm sure he knows not to take any tires, seeing that most of these guys won't. When I rode course out here, Stella, I burn the tires off the car. I can't hold it. I have to put tires on it. But how they're able to tire management out here is beyond me.
Well, they say they've got 5 sets of tires in the pits, and from what I hear, Justice Murphy is going to finish this race with 2 sets still laying there. Bum, bum, bum.
Wow, so they're actually calling the possibility of needing tires. These guys are going to be trying to get a little something going here. Let's see if we can take a look at Justice Murphy here. I do want to see if we can get kind of on top of his car and kind of see what he's doing here, because these guys, I'm not knocking anybody I don't name here, but when you've got guys like Justice Murphy, you've got guys like Jeremy Burns now, you've got guys like Trevor Earhart that come out here and own these tracks. And just kind of show you how to road course race. These guys are doing something. But it's kind of interesting to see Justice Murphy fall off by so much off Trevor Keith there. It looked like he did get a little bit out of shape. I'm not sure if he's got an issue going on here. Fires into this chicane pretty well as he slings on through. Gay is able to keep good traction and back underway, but he has got to make up almost 2 seconds to catch up to Trevor Keith. Which is going to be much more difficult, but I don't know if you hear that, Stella, and I probably don't. You guys hear the car bottoming out here?
I do not, but that's on my end.
Yeah, either that or he is backfiring, so he is trying to throw the shifter on this thing. Justice Murphy still running. Actually running a 122 lap, and right now Jeremy Burns is running a 120.8. So solid times here. We'll get the last lap times up there, and you kind of see where Justice Murphy actually running some of his slower laps out there, but he may be sandbagging a little bit and trying to take care of his tires. So I can't blame him even a little bit for
7
that.
guys behind him are running faster. So he's going to be in the hot seat pretty fast, pretty soon.
Yeah, James Loveland was actually running a 121.26 out there. Pretty good there so far, unable to kind of battle back here. taking a look and seeing if I can find any other sort of drivers out there. And see if we can get something going. Yeah, Terry out there saying it sounds like backfire. It does. I wasn't sure when he was hitting the edge there of the corner. Looks like a driver to go down a lap here. Christopher Schaefer will be heading down, and look who's heading down pit road now. Jeremy Burns actually coming down.
Really?
Yeah, down pit road he comes, so this is going to be wild as this now slings Trevor Keith into the lead, 2 seconds over top of Justice Murphy. Well,
That is interesting when we have a stage caution in the next lap. He, is going to be, I'm assuming, pretty much missing out on the any points available there.
Yeah,
Must have been desperate.
but seeing how he's already in the lead by points, he may be, he could be setting himself up for the win instead of just the stage points, or unless everybody does have to pit here. Right now, Trevor Earhart is nailing down the fastest time on the track with a 1:20.53. So he is picking up the pace here. Whatever it is has got him wound up. He has fought himself back up to the 8th position. He's looking at about another 7 seconds before he can find Alice Forget. Though, sitting in here, take a look at Trevor Earhart, and I'll see if we can pan over there. That's Alice Forget here as he heads through the back half. And there's Trevor Earhart where it sunk him and put him in this position as he heads through the chicane on the back. And we kind of fire on through. Trevor Earhart's still on a roll here. He's got 7.25 seconds to make up now. But Trevor Keith still on the charge here as he pushes on through. Really, this is an awesome job here by Trevor Keith. Raider is still sitting back here in 3rd. He has gained 3 positions here on the night, Stella, and I know Raider is kind of hit or miss, but it's very odd to see Robert Raider so low on the points totem pole, this deep into the season.
Yes, but in the last 2 seasons, we saw Robert just blow away the field. In the first half of the season, first 3 quarters of the season. One season, nobody could touch him if they did win. And when it came to that last race. But this year, it's been touch and go on the first half of the season, and he is starting, like Justice, to warm up. And not quite, scalding hot, but he's still well above the cut line.
Well, nobody has been able to beat Robert Raider at Phoenix. If he can make the Final Four, that may be all him. We are taking a look here at Tyler Harrison. As we were watching Robert Raider on the other side of the concrete wall, it looked like the 45 got way out of shape here. We're going to take an overhead look. Catches the bump. Whoa, man. That might have been the same area that fight got caught. See Raider on the other side of the wall there, and him try to get back together. Dang. Now, lap 12 doesn't look like any damage other than to his morale here. Drops him back down to where he originally started this race, which is an 18th. And the caution is showing out.
I think that might be because, possibly, because 45 there went backwards on the track. Maybe. This shouldn't be a stage caution.
It shouldn't be. The yellow flag came out about a minute after.
Okay.
Yeah, right now everybody just shows no signs of slowing down here. I'm trying to locate Jeremy Burns sitting here 10th position. Boy, see how close he got to that? Good Lord. Man, he's scooting along. So Jeremy Burns, after pitting, the only one to come down pit. I lied. Ray Lane came down on lap 9. Kevin Orlando came down on lap 9. Jeremy Burns coming down on lap 10.
All right. Well, I'm sure there's some strategy there somewhere. What I like seeing are our 3 red drivers out here tonight are all above the top 10. So they're trying to put in a good show.
Pace car does come out. So this might shuffle it up a little bit here, Stella. Seeing that it's a caution, pit strategy can now take place. Now, Jeremy Burns only came down for fuel and back out 7.23 seconds out of the number 9. So if nobody else has come down pit, nobody else has thrown tires on, which Ray Lane did throw on 4 tires and fuel when he came down, but Ray Lane sits down in the 16th position. I would probably say scheduled pit stops for most of our drivers are going to consist of tires, seeing there's at least a stoppage. You're not losing any track position. Getting tires. I mean, you may drop back a little bit, but you're not losing seconds or minutes at this point. Yeah, we're definitely going to try.
So we've got Coeb Burns out there, rooting on Jeremy Burns. We've also got Derek Chapman out there tonight. So Terry, who's been taking care of me, and along with Jessica, saying I wasn't talking loud enough, or the producer didn't have me piped in. So, but yeah, we've got a lot of watchers tonight. Thank you everybody for showing up and watching out. So, it looks like Justice Murphy might be the only one not coming down the pits in this first opportunity. Now, Burns having just come in. Burns having just come in previously, maybe his strategy will be to be off cycle. And we're good. Joshua Abbott out there rooting on Robinson. He says, let's go in that top 10, buddy. You have your #1 fan.
Yeah, we'll have to see after the choose cone rule what decides to happen here. The choose cone rule will decide where who starts inside and outside. Matthew Robinson right now showing 13th position. Most guys did only take fuel. Ray Lane did not did not come down pit. Jeremy Burns will now sit second. Justice Murphy not pitting here, Stella. Yeah, boy, I'm not sure on this call here. I'm not sure why. I think that's what I'm trying to get is I think, I would love to have Grant Thorpe here because this would be a perfect time to ask the calculator, hey, man, is he going to be able to make this thing? I don't think he'll make the entire run, but a quick stop there on probably lap 30 if he can make it. Fuel and then try to go back out there and win this thing on a one-stop call. Boy, that's going to be tight seeing that Jeremy Burns did come down on 10. And if EA is able to stretch that, that possibility, he'll be able to make it. So
yeah, that'd be pretty impressive. But road courses are kind of Justice's thing. So, I mean, me not knowing the difference, I'd say do you think he could possibly be counting on another caution? Because these are pretty rare. On the road courses.
I would assume no. I would assume we are not supposed to have any kind of caution here at this point. I'm not quite sure what caused the caution.
Yeah, not for a stage break, but I mean, I thought if something catastrophic happens, we're looking at a caution.
Yeah, just trying to cycle through some of these drivers and see if there was anything that may have thrown the caution out. And gotten these guys kind of banged up and turned around. Everybody's still in the forward motion here. Carter Lenz, Parker's down pit road. Nicholas Shell. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything out here that should have caused any sort of a caution here, Stella.
Yeah, the only thing I could imagine was that it was Harrison literally going backwards on the track when he turned around, but that's pretty minimal. We've seen harsher things not call it a caution. And we do not have race control this evening, so iRacing is managing any penalties for cutting the course or the chicanes or anything like that.
Well, pace car lights are off. Choose cone rule in effect. That means Jeremy Burns will be starting next to our leader, Justice Murphy, and that may kind of toss it up a little bit here. Grant Turner, Ray Lane will be here in row number 2. Moving us to Jacob Sirkovich, Kevin Orlando, Trevor Keith, Robert Rader, Michael Bennett, and I believe James Loveland. And James Loveland should round out our top 10. Earhart looking just on the outside of the top 10, looking to see if he can work his way in. Robinson drops down to, I believe, the 14th, 15th spot here. He's going to have to fight past Caleb Gilbert and Chris Nail. Devin Hudgens, John Fike, Daniel Holloway, Nicholas Alves drops to 19th.
Can you tell me what happened there? Because they, all, like I said, all 3 guys below the cut line were in the top 10 before this.
Yeah, Nick Alves, right now I'm showing 5 seconds down pit road. But no reason he should have shuffled up like that. Yeah, Alice Forget with a 5.27 pit stop time. So I don't have a definitive answer as to why these guys are offset here.
Interesting. Well, I know if they do not come back out of pit road by the time they're doing choose cone, that they have to start single file, in the back. Could that have come into play?
I'm not sure.
Okay.
I'm not sure. Pace car is off. We are going to work our way over to the start-finish line. They are going to hit that restart zone, and we were talking about that a little bit at the amount of time or distance that they need to hit it. Right there should be the blue area. They can't change until the start-finish line here. Oof, looked like Earhart may have nudged the wall. Justice Murphy gets out to an early lead, and we'll have to see after the heat cycling if this causes any trouble for him. But this is definitely not seeming to be any issues, as right now the All About Bugs Chevrolet out in front, rocking and rolling here. He's got it under control. Continuing on, he's got just barely, he's got about a second lead. Burns is going to try to reel him in here. Let's rotate on back where this giant mess of cars here are here right now. I'm taking a look at Kevin Orlando. Man, as these guys are squeezing so close, trying to see if we can get an overhead view where Matthew Robinson's getting a little out of shape, dropping down to the bottom, see if he can sneak around Caleb Gilbert, but no dice. And they move on through. Looks like everybody kind of narrows it down here and calms down for just a bit. Al's still 19th. He's got to fight his way up. Al's Forget drops down to 18th. He's lost 8 on the night. Trying to see if he can come back. No troubles right now. Jeremy Burns made it through the chicane. Move out a little bit. Trevor Earhart looks like he's fighting a little bit of front end damage here. Tyler Harrison is now 15th. Stella, it looks like it's pretty clean this time around.
That is good. That is good. So if we have a moment, can I tell you about our race sponsor tonight?
Absolutely. I do want to make sure we keep our camera here on Devin Hudgens. Hudgens trying to take a sneak peek underneath the fight. Cuts him, gets him, got him. Puts Fike behind him now, and now he's back. Hudgens into the wall.
And Parker's out of the pits.
Holy cow, Parker out of the pits here, and it looks like Devin Hudgens is going to end up getting a good run there. I don't know what hooked him and got him into the wall. That was a bummer there for the 84 machine. All right, now go ahead and tell us about our wonderful sponsor on the night.
I'm afraid.
Oh, Fike!
It's Fike sideways.
Fike is around.
Maybe I won't do it right now.
Let's see. Let's see what we can find happen to Fike here. Oh, look out for Jet. Threading the needle.
Ian threading it with a sledgehammer.
All right, well, speaking of sledgehammer, it may be things you want to use to crush some of those beetles you have outside. And All About Bugs uses something a little more humane than that. Stella, tell to me about it.
I don't know. I don't care about humane. I want the little creepy crawlies gone. No. So, All About Bugs has provided pest and termite control services since 2012 in and around the Sevierville, Tennessee area. That's more you. Their top priority is to provide effective pest and termite control solutions for your residential or commercial property. So no matter how large or small your property, a pest-free environment is their goal. So you can get a quote or an inspection with just a phone call. You will find their family-owned operation friendly and professional. So All About Bugs TN is your 5-star family-owned pest control and termite experts. So, as they say, what?
If they're bugging you,
You should be bugging us.
there you go.
AllAboutBugsTN.com.
All right, right now Justice Murphy is still out in front of Jeremy Burns here. Burns running one of his fastest laps here of the night. Last lap was a 1:20.13. Justice Murphy's running a 1:20.34, but right now this is pretty insane. Is the fastest times are run by Justice Murphy through Section 2 and Section 3. I'm interested to see how the times line up here. Yep, there they go. Right as they sling on by, Murphy does capitalize and get faster times. So this is looking pretty solid here so far for Justice Murphy as he's able to scurry away here from our points leader, Jeremy Burns. So right now we've had a couple things happen since John Fike. Carter Lynn's had some trouble back here. I'm trying to see if he, and looped.
Oh, there it is. Oh.
Yeah, I don't know about you, Stella. I'd rather some guy loop it around than take out 4 or 5 cars. Somebody who's been having a pretty awful night here tonight, which, I'm not pointing fingers, but, man, this is not good. As Parker Johnston gets loose, snaps around, Nick Alves catches the side of him and turns him around.
Heavens.
Yeah, so Parker Johnston in a bit of pickle here. So lap 3, he ended up with trouble, came back out on lap after the yellow flag. Lap 5, he ended up in a tangle up, and since his completed laps of lap 19, he just got lap 9, he just got spun around.
Pit stop.
Yep.
Murphy.
Yeah, Justice Murphy coming on down. Now, he may be trying a 1.5 or a 2-stop run here tonight. Looks like Justice Murphy and Sirkovich are coming down. We know they know something, so they're going to try something to offset this just a little bit. We'll see how Jeremy Burns stays out there. He will now regain the lead with a 4.5-second mark over top of Ray Lane, who's got the pressure of the tires. Right now, boy, that is Raider full send on in there. Holy cow. I thought he was going to use Ray Lane as a break there for just a moment as the 53 machine is on a roll here. Pretty happy about returning back to... Ooh. Man, you can see, I think something happened there. He was getting going too fast. Had to lock him up through the turn. And it's just one of those things, Stella. How do you become fast? How do you stay fast without melting the brakes and melting the tires to the point where you lose the steering and you lose the brake?
Yeah, I think that it's just a mild case of having one or the other. Are you better at steering or are you better at braking? But a light touch. I'll go with a light touch.
They're trying to keep it going here. Bennett now moving up to 5th. He's got a solid shot here tonight at possibly getting over top of that cutoff line since Alves is doing horrible tonight. Alves now down to 14th. Bennett trying to stay concentrated here and continue his roll here tonight. Trouble out of Chris Schaefer in the back. We'll take a look and see what happened to him. Schaefer, I believe, was already... I thought he may have already been a lap down here.
Not currently.
No, Schaefer's still on the lead lap, but just barely, though.
Barely.
Yeah, about 45 seconds down, 120 to about get around this track.
Now, you say Alps is down to 14th, but he was down to 19th, so I look at he's slowly but surely working his way back up.
Yeah, but although he's had a few people loop in front of him, so he's able to slide up a couple here. I don't know if he's able to battle for some solid position here. Taking a look where Michael Bennett might be getting knocked out of the top 5 here. One of the fastest drivers out here is Trevor Earhart in the 21, and I guarantee he's kicking himself for slinging through this exact turn as he comes onto the inside. Look at the amount of speed Trevor Earhart gets and slings on through. That was an insane turn there. I cannot believe he was able to actually make that with that kind of clip. So far, so good. Jeremy Burns leading this race by 5 seconds.
What are the chances we have a gopher cam available on that turn?
Maybe.
Okay.
Maybe. We'll try.
I find it interesting to see these guys, I believe, are getting airborne
Yes.
on these chicanes.
Yes, they are. Yeah, tires are coming off the ground.
So I just thought it would be kind of neat to see. It's not something you normally see a NASCAR car do unless they're in the process of doing a 3/4 twist with a backflip.
Yep. I will keep an eye here on Trevor Earhart and see if we can get a solid angle of what you're asking for here. Works his way through the turn. This should be our turn 3 here. Through 4, this is Earhart, who now returns back to the 5th position where he originally started this race. Gets up to at least the top speed up there, 165. Pop here.
So if the corners do not have the speed bumps, you are allowed to cut them. Is that what I gather?
Yes and no. There is a certain limit that you can or cannot make that jump. All right, let's see if we can rock on through. I've got a little something we're going to try here tonight. And yeah, I'm hoping all this is going to work. We're going to see if we can take a ride here with Devin Hudgens. I want to see if we can.
I told the guys out there that they were going to have something fresh and new. So what you got for us?
Yeah, let's see if we can do this. Alrighty, I think we are able to access Devin Hudgens and his helmet cam here.
So we are seeing exactly what he's seeing.
Yes.
Nice. Look at that. A little floating heads-up display by the airport.
Yeah. That kind of definitely helps him give him the position and the amount of distance that he is running. So what's pretty cool is he's able to at least sit here and then he's able to get a good head check so you can see where his head of movement is, where he's looking around these turns, which that is a positive of VR, is being able to kind of be able to look ahead without it getting carried away here.
And I can see in his rearview mirror.
Yeah, it's pretty wild, isn't it?
It is. I can see him shifting up here at the top by his steering wheel. Second gear. So he uses second gear for the turns.
Boy. Then we're going to see if I can find, I want to see if I can get Grant Turner here. Now, I've tried something else, and we're going to see if it works here.
That's pretty cool, huh? Terry Hudgens, Jade Hudgens.
Yeah.
That's a first.
There we go. So this is Grant Turner here, and we've got at least a look of his pedal cams here, what he's doing. Now, this is what I did want to keep in mind to kind of what he's doing here, and any kind of functions that he is providing. You know, when does he start hitting the gas? Notice he is 2-footing it at some points. He's still on the gas and then hits the brake. So you see him shifting there, the clutch all the way on the left. That's pretty cool. Yeah, you'll see some guys, it almost looks like they're dancing inside. It's kind of tap dancing on the pedals to get going here, but I do want to see what it looks like. See the feathering down. He's trying to get back on the gas so he can tip in just a little bit. And then he's full back on the gas again. So interesting enough to see it him kind of feathering it into it a little bit here and not stomping it down. You see him kind of lean in, that way it can help roll and get on through.
Well, then maybe that's that light
Oh,
touch
no!
Oh, no! I was talking about, you know, little of this, little of that, no stomping. So who did we just lose?
Yeah, I believe that may have been Tyler Harrison.
Oh.
Yeah, he's been having a boatload of trouble here tonight. Interesting to see the double pedal pump there from Grant.
Yes.
Yeah, I think what's nice is being able to see something like this, is being able to get an idea of the footwork, what they're having to do to kind of, shuffle it up and try something new. Is taking a look and saying, okay, how is this guy doing this? You know, and what they can do is they'll take this opportunity and learn from each other. Try to get off the brake here and onto the brake at this point, and you'll see kind of different telemetry that these guys are able to do and record out there. So this is exactly what you want to see. And sometimes guys will actually record themselves with doing their feet just like this, and give themselves another opportunity out there on the track to see what they're doing. You know, am I doing something different? Am I doing something wrong? So Grant Turner fighting it on around that turn as he slips up. Boy, and you can see he's kicking himself a little bit for that as he slides on through, but A-OK, not too much. He does lose a position there to Jacob Sirkovich, but looks like everything is A-OK. Pit road starting to heat up again. Tyler Harrison and Chris Nail, but it is only lukewarm. Not a whole lot of guys are coming down. Justice Murphy did come down on lap 20. Now they've got a couple of guys who've come down later than that. Harrison, Nail, Chris Schaefer did come down on 24. Do you want to take a peek here as it shows Robert Rader may have gone off the track here back on lap 24. We'll take a peek and see if he ended up cutting an angle here.
Okay. Oh, yep. There it went.
Looped it. No.
Oh, my. Yep. Groundskeepers to the rescue.
Yep. After all this, Rader does sit now 6th.
Really?
Yeah, a couple of guys, you see him slinging around him there. He may have passed them back up after the last couple of laps. Schaefer having some trouble out here and sitting here. This is on his lap 21. See if anybody.
Yep.
Whoop! Boy,
They
just
hit
that little bump.
Oh, that's some butt end damage.
Yep. He's got some trouble there. Schaefer then on 24. Only about 3 laps later. Oh, it didn't turn.
No, he did an Earhart. Oh.
Yep, so now he's going to have to hold here. Let's keep going.
How do you hold?
iRacing kind of figures out the amount of speed you were doing and allowing the guy to catch up or pass you by at least 10 seconds. Oh, Alice Forget. No. Oh, my gosh.
Wow.
Yeah, that was tough.
3.
I think
no.
Why did I feel like that's Harrison? That's Harrison coming in the back here.
Oh.
Here's Loveland spun out. Harrison, no.
Oh.
Pinched into the wall.
Yep. He almost made it past him.
Yeah, he might be having some trouble here. And John Fike looks like he's going to take flight again. Let's take a look. One hop. Oh, boy, he got a little too hot. Oh.
Wait. No, not so bad.
Did he? Oh, well, it said he cut the track. So he had to slow down.
Oh. That's one of those for cutting the course or the chicane.
Yep.
Now, how is that any different than what we just watched?
Well, let's take a look. So we see he makes it here. There. See he's touching the blue?
Yeah.
Cutting the track. Too much.
No blue. Okay. Okay.
All right, let's get us back to it. I'm sure everybody would like to find out where Trevor Earhart is. He's sitting second. He's got 12 seconds to make up on Jeremy Burns. So Burns still leading this race. Out in front he goes.
But back to second after doing that full having to wait thing in lap 1. That's outstanding.
Yeah, definitely trying to battle it back, though, here. You know, Trevor Keith sitting third, Ray Lane working his way, and Jeremy Burns down pit. That means Earhart now takes the lead.
Wow.
Now, Trevor Earhart did pit 4 laps after Jeremy Burns. I don't know if that's going to matter. Let's see Ray Lane working his way down pit, Matthew Robinson working his way down pit. And Justice Murphy might be laughing at him as he goes on by with 25 laps left to go here.
Well, Joshua Abbott's out there saying, rooting on Robinson, saying, hold your line, buddy. And Terry Earhart is saying, great camera work, Patrick, always keeping it new and fresh.
Oh, yeah. Definitely trying to find new and different ideas. It was kind of brought up a little while ago by Grant Turner to give it up, but I was kind of telling him I think the best place to be using it would be the road course. Talladega is pretty much right pedal, and that's it. You hardly see anybody drag the brake. But this was a perfect place to kind of try out something like that. Man, Justice Murphy gets close to those barrels. Definitely trying to hook it on around here. Murphy now up to 8th. So right now our top 10 consisting of Earhart, Keith, Bennett, Rader, and Alice Forget. Finishing off with Caleb Gilbert, Jeremy Burns, Justice Murphy, Nick Alves, and Devin Hudgens. Hudgens already sliding up to 10th, not too bad. After we saw him clip that one wall, he's continuing on through and able to maintain. I've got to admit, you know, really he's able to stick to it here, and I love what I'm seeing, is he is just hammer down, get the job done, and figure out how to, you know, and just don't dwell over the mistake.
Yeah. Yeah, Terry also says there's a Tums logo on the infield grass saying some of these drivers may need some of that tonight.
Oh, yeah. Well, turn 1 they're calling heartburn turn, I believe.
Oh, okay.
So the Tums does sit there. So keeping on going here.
This might be a new subscriber tonight, Caroline. Rooting on Jeremy Burns.
Right. Right. Taking a look here. Now I'm showing. I don't know if Tyler Harrison had another problem out here. Let's take a look. Just remember, he's fighting that damage when he was trying to squeeze past Loveland. Oh no!
Just go forward and to the right.
Oh, Carter Lynn's just had a problem. Lap 30 here. Oh, wow.
Hit that bump. Yep. And now, yeah, that was all it took. Crunch. Okay, now this would tell us that he was straight up going backwards. Or yes, backwards on the track. But no caution. So we are still in a quandary as to that first caution we had.
Yep.
And only caution.
Yeah, definitely kind of interesting here. Chris Nail down in pit road for the last 8.5 minutes. Tyler Harrison down there for the last minute and a half here, trying to put that race car back together. And now the fastest one on the track with the best time, sitting at a 120.07 out of Jeremy Burns. If you remember post-race, Justice Murphy was saying if temperatures could get around that 80-degree mark, we'd see guys in the 118s. Apparently the 105 is causing a lot of trouble for these guys with tire melting and meshing to the track. And we're not seeing those kind of times here tonight.
That is pretty high. I think I could cook an egg on that.
Let's take a look at it here.
Shannon's out there rooting on Jeremy again.
Oh yeah, right now you see him scrub the edge of the grass there on the front stretch. Burns trying to make up some more time. Let's see how his last lap went this time. Not as fast, but still a 120 out there. Right now, Jeremy Burns is running the exact same speed that Trevor Earhart is. Earhart sitting in the lead. So nothing gained on the leader. Boy, yeah, Alice Forget, he's getting some of his faster times, 120.37. So he's trying to run down Robert Rader here. Boy, I was close to the wall.
Several in the 120s that weren't seeing that earlier.
No. And the only thing I'm concerned about is taking a look at last laps. Trevor Keith with a 122, Bennett with a 121 and a half.
They're fixing that. Come on up.
Yeah, they're trying to get it going here. Right now, Nick Alves has moved up to 8th. Fighting it on through. The only driver from Performance who's not in it in the top 10 sitting 18th is Matthew Robinson. Robinson did come down on pit on lap 29. Fike and Holloway are there now. It looks like Earhart, Keith, Bennett, Rader working their way down. Burns might continue on.
Yeah, I thought Rader got swiped, but he did not. Just got passed very closely.
Yeah, I thought actually Alice Forget came down pit. I thought he was working his way down, but he decided not to. He stays out.
He, Burns, and Murphy look like they're going to make up the top 3 and not coming in.
Oof. Alex here locking him up right now. A whole lot of rear brake bias there, having some trouble. Taking a look off the back here of Alice Forget. Looks like Robinson might have gotten into the wall as Jeremy Burns works around him here. And Burns is still chasing 2.5 seconds. I'm wondering if he's kind of saying, hey, Robinson, hold him up for me just a little bit. See if he can get him to stay back off of him. I want to give a shout out to Justice Murphy for coming down pit on lap 20, still hanging out here. I don't know if he's going to consider coming down now. 21 laps left to go. He may be on a 2-stop run here for Justice Murphy. Jeremy Burns may have to pit again, seeing he came in on 29. So remember, he pit on 10, then returned on 29, so he made it 19 laps.
That's crazy.
That would be close.
But maybe he knows he still had, 3 more laps in the tank or something when he did come in after 19, just to fool everybody.
Well, if he added that, if he's running into a fuel problem, Jeremy Burns will run out of fuel on lap 48.
That would be painful.
So we'll keep an eye out there to see if Justice Murphy is going to try to give it one more stop and then come back down. He may be hanging out as long as he can.
Yeah, currently we have 5 guys that are not on the lap. And that's for a road course. The last road course I saw there, I think by the end there were like 5 people on the lead lap. So we've got some good runs going on out here.
Yeah, that we do. Robinson, Fike, Holloway, Carter Lins, Tyler Harrison down some laps here. Looking to see if Carter Lins is taking it back to the garage. So there's still a chance for Tyler Harrison to pick up at least another position. But right now we are taking a look at Justice Murphy in the All About Bugs Chevrolet, right as he reconnects there. Who's sitting second, 3.5 seconds off pace here. Trevor Earhart is sitting third. And they're all chasing this man, Jeremy Burns, who's sitting here in the lead with 19 laps left to go. We're going to head to commercial, and we'll end up being right back.
For the finest in vinyl siding, rain gutters, overhangs, storm and replacement windows, even patios and decks, trust in the experts at Ultimate Siding and Gutters. In addition to being licensed and insured, our technicians are also friendly and courteous, performing hassle-free service and installation at affordable rates. Plus, we provide free estimates for commercial and residential structures. Our entire staff will exceed your expectations. For the ultimate in siding, gutters, and much more, call Ultimate Siding and Gutters today.
And so we had an issue at a plant about 2 weeks ago. It was a traditional municipal wastewater treatment plant, tremendous foaming on top of the basins. And so me and our lead operator for the site got our heads together. We pulled some samples, did the analysis of those samples. We actually looked at the bugs from the system under a microscope so that we could see the type of bug that was actually growing in there. And what we found actually was that there were very few bugs growing in there. The higher life forms in particular had died off, and we had the single cell protozoa type of bacteria growing in there. So what that told us was we probably got hit with some kind of toxic shock at the facility. So we immediately changed the way we were operating the plant. We changed the return activated sludge rates, the wasting rates, and did a few other things around the facility to try to really buffer ourselves against whatever had happened, because it's too late, right? It's already in the plant. So we're trying to buffer ourselves against whatever that toxic event was, because if it just happened, yesterday, it's liable to happen again today. Usually these things go in like threes. And so it's taking real world experience, knowing that we not only needed to look at the analytical data that we were collecting at the time, but also looking at the bugs under the microscope, determining what's going on with the bug population in the aeration basins, and then taking that information, layering that together with the data we collected through analytical analysis, and coming up with a solution based on all that combined, which I think is a pretty unique approach to dealing with a problem like that at a facility.
Taking a look at one of our drivers who is in the hot seat tonight, Nick Alves in the 24 machine. He is sitting 10th in the points. Michael Bennett, one of his teammates, is sitting up in 6th position. He's sitting 9th, 3 points below the cutoff. Matthew Robinson, only 3 points above cutoff, sitting 16th. Right now, he may be flip-flopping here as we are taking a look at the 24 Chevrolet. I want to point out that our championship points, 7, 8, 9, and 10, all 4 drivers are sitting at the line and may end up eliminating each other here tonight. Right now, we're trying to figure out who is coming down pit and who is not. We have been talking a little bit about Justice Murphy and his pit strategy. 38, he decided to come down, looks like tires, actually looks like fuel only, and back out. So he made it all the way to lap 38. I expect to see him make it all the way to the end, which still brings into question that lap 29, where Jeremy Burns came in, does he have enough fuel to make it? The same driver, Ray Lane, he pit on lap 29, but the guys who are going to be out there with an advantage, who may be making it on fumes, Trevor Earhart, who last pit on 33, Trevor Keith, who last pit on 33, and Michael Bennett. All these guys pit on lap 33. They have got to figure out how to stay on track here and not get caught off guard. Burns out in front by 12 seconds. and Lane is sitting another 9 off of that. So continuing on through, this is not too bad here by Trevor Earhart, rebounding after his first spin out, and whoa, he gets ready to spin out again. The 24 Chevrolet rocking on through, but we are riddled by Fords here in the top 10. Stella, this is looking like a pretty close race here with only 14 laps left to go.
It is. It's deceiving because we usually don't have but one car on the screen at a time. But they're tight.
Jeremy Burns continuing to put more and more distance on our guys here that remain in the top 5 as he keeps charging on through. Now, I would say if he does have to pit, he's got to do it here pretty soon, or otherwise he's going to end up marching way back. Or, Stella, does he pit later on when he gets the distance and then try to run him down yet again? So right now, Burns still rolling on through, put in another half a second there on Trevor Earhart. But we can go through some of our guys who ended up looping it a couple of times. Let's get a quick little montage as we see Jeremy Burns slinging on through. Let's take a look. Looks like we had a little trouble here from Harrison. Yep.
It's a tight turn, but it's not that tight.
Yep, looks a little familiar. Let's see how Parker does. Parker had some trouble back here. Remember, he broke the toe link earlier in the race.
He did, and with no fast repairs here, that took a while.
Uh-oh.
Oops.
Yeah, that might be it. I don't know if Parker is taking it back to the garage, showing he has some speed out there on the track. Guess he didn't want to drive down pit road, but we'll keep this on going. Oh, no!
Oh, wow. That was definitely taking...
And really, Daniel Holloway, no trouble out of him, except on lap 1. Said he had a little trouble out there earlier. So here on lap 39, he ends up with some trouble. And John Fike looks like he's in even more trouble.
Oh, not again.
Yep, same hop here.
Yes, same one.
Boy, he did get off the ground with that one, though.
I do believe so. I mean, like, maybe all 4 tires.
Here we go, Stella. Let's see if I can get you an angle here.
Can I? Huh? Whee! Excellent. We just won't watch the end of that jump.
Yeah.
We'll just take a little screenshot of him sailing through the air.
Alrighty, Stella, do we have a track record here for the Charlotte Roval?
As in, let's see, race record in 2022, 2 hours and 59 minutes. Let's see, total race time. Average speed of 86 miles an hour. We do not have a lap time.
No lap time.
No, don't know why. I'll tell you, it's only been around 6 years, but so it's very sketchy on trying to find the different statistics. I can tell you that Chase Elliott has won this place twice. Yeah. Otherwise, it's all been, it's been a little Blaney here, a little.
120.06 Justice Murphy ran. He ran a 120.45. It was fastest on the track until Jeremy Burns decided to go ahead and hit that loud pedal a little more, and it's finally our first driver to break past the 120s here. He hit the 119. So Jeremy Burns starting to pick up the pace here with 12 to go. He is one of the drivers who's been out here the longest. The only one I see out there has been out there 1 lap longer is James Loveland. He came down on lap 28. So Loveland not showing any sign of pitting yet as he tries to maintain out here on the track. I would probably say that Jeremy Burns down pit. Here he comes. Yeah, this is going to be huge. Earhart, he's going to stay out lap 33. I expect to see Ray Lane probably join him here. Lane passes it. Trevor Keith's going to pass it out. Forget, he's going to pass. And Jeremy Burns down pit. This is huge here. I don't know if this is what we're going to see. Fuel and go. Back out on the track, 7 seconds. Right now, Justice Murphy still has got a lot of time he's got to make up here.
Yes, almost 20 seconds.
As he's getting ready to pass the line here, Murphy No way. Justice Murphy still was unable to catch Jeremy Burns here. A extremely fast pit stop. Got just enough fuel. Not a 9-second stop, a 7.6-second stop.
So probably not even filling the tank, just taking a sip.
Yeah, probably only throwing another half tank in and going.
Risky. If it pays off, he's a genius. If it doesn't, it's woo!
Ooh,
now,
boy, if he doesn't get a hold for that.
That was launched.
Yeah, seems he doesn't.
Yes, yeah, I'm very confused.
Yeah, Trevor Earhart, Ray Lane working their way down. Trevor Keith working their way down. I'm wondering if they're finding they don't have enough fuel to make it here. So now Forgetta is going to be the closest one. 5 seconds off. Justice Murphy's going to follow along. Boy.
Ray Lane, Earhart, headed in. Oh.
Wow, this
How
is
do these guys not need tires with all that sideways action? Heavens, that's
yeah, I would. I don't have an answer. I like I said, I melt the tires off the cars when I'm running it down. Shannon out there saying hammer down Burns. Coeb Burns saying the same thing. Let's go. Looks like Miss Bagley out there saying one hop this time. Yeah, trying to go.
no.
I think that was almost the exact same idea they had going on with Facebook. So right turn, left turn. Oh yeah, keep on going here.
Spin out. Oh.
Yeah, Caleb Gilbert sitting fourth, Trevor Earhart sitting fifth. With 10 laps left to go, 6 seconds out in front. I'm impressed at Jeremy Burns and his pit strategy here. Bennett sitting ninth. I don't know if it's going to be enough. Robinson looking to see where he is. Robinson's a lap down, sitting 16th. They may flop. The two of these may switch. Matthew Robinson might be out. Nick Alves might be out. Bennett might slide in. Yeah, it's going to be close. Boy, I don't know. We'll definitely keep you guys up to date and see what happens.
118.07. Kyle Larson in the Chevy Camaro in 2018. Found it.
Oh, wow. Well, the highest Chevy sitting up top was Justice Murphy. The other Chevy sitting in the top 5 is Trevor Earhart, and we're taking a look at him now. Earhart definitely wheeling this thing around. Trying to see if he can overcome Caleb here. He's going to. He's going to have a whole lot more speed than he does. Shooting on through. Look at Trevor shooting out that turn. Boy, does Caleb catch him here.
Yeah, see, I think they're allowed to hit the blue. Because they do. That's what launches them on that corner.
Wow.
Very strange. Debbie Smith out there rooting on Jeremy, and Jessica's going. Let's go, down. Yeah,
right now Forget's still staying in pretty decent contention here. I do want to see if we can find Alice Forget out here. Right now, he is under fire here by Justice Murphy. Murphy all over his rear bumper. Let's see if we can take a look. Alice Forget has got to not look out the rearview mirror.
Yeah.
Locks him up just a little bit here. Look at Justice Murphy side sliding. He's trying to bring it. Here it comes. Murphy trying to get close.
Close. He can tell whether what octane gasoline is coming out of his muffler.
Yeah, definitely making it happen. 8 to go. Burns still leading this one by 8 seconds. Boy, look at Justice Murphy. Yeah.
Oh.
All over him here. He gives him a shove through the chicane. Now Forget trying to hold on.
And he did. smiling happening right now.
Absolutely not. You gotta take a wild ride here. Justice Murphy trying to run him down.
I remember one race, I believe it was
Sorry.
Justice and Earhart that were, they'd go.
Here it is.
Close?
Here it is. Here's the pass. Right now, Justice Murphy under the inside of him here. Alice Forget a little bit off.
Won't let him back in.
And now Justice Murphy down onto the bottom. Here it is. This is the battle for second place. Murphy blinks out a little bit here. And it looks like Alice Forget drops down to third. Still a podium position here. Nothing to hang his head about as Justice Murphy just rocked him on through. I was taking a look. Yeah,
Justice robbed him again.
Yeah, I was taking a look at it there. Because Alice Forget looked like he was getting a little out of shape. We were seeing a whole lot of the side of his car through the first 2 or 3 turns there. And I think that Justice Murphy saw that was his time to strike.
But that's one thing, the two of them fighting over that second, third position has given Burns an even larger head start.
Yeah, Burns just outpit everybody on this one. Just kind of definitely had the pit strategy and the amount of speed he's been able to put down. Definitely all his fans are out there in the chat here tonight. Burns has got this one pretty much in the bag. 6 laps left to go. He loops at one time here. That could definitely be bad, but I think Trevor Earhart, a little insult to injury here.
No.
Oh, and that might be a broken toe link.
For him to hug the... Oh, man. He was right in the thick of it.
Yeah, I'm looking at it. He may be trying to get it refired here. Yeah, and that did it.
Oh.
He had to tow.
Days, yep.
Broke the toe link. Hard turn there, and you saw it just straightened out. It never got straight after that. Boy, man, you see how much he cuts this turn?
Yes. Yep. And that's what I was talking about, getting airborne. I'm surprised these cars are can sustain that kind of, punishment. So.
Yeah, that was just... Oh, Trevor Earhart's out there texting. He said killed the wall because he didn't downshift.
Oh.
Dude.
See, but that's the thing. One shift here, one missed break, one corner, a little, and everything can change.
I remember the last time Jeremy Burns was at a road course, he actually started getting faster toward the end.
Yes.
And he is doing that right now, 119.80. Or a 7.9 that we see in the tower. He is... Jeremy Burns is actually picking up the pace. This is impressive. So apparently anybody out there who is a fellow iRacer, it might be an idea to hang out here with the Racing Revolution guys. And these guys are going to be able to slide on through. Just kind of join these guys and learn a little bit about road racing. I mean, we got Trevor Earhart, Jeremy Burns, Justice Murphy, Alice Forget's doing an excellent job here tonight. And learn something, because I mean, even Jeremy Burns wasn't like this last year, Stella. Right now, something has turned a corner here for the Mountain Man. He has come alive and has taken this league by force. And I am
think
very...
Element X Racing had something to do with that. I think he had a bit of a mentor, a little tutelage in the off season or behind the scenes during practice, because he has stepped up to a new level this season.
Boy.
He's a stunt driver in his part-time gig, riding two wheels.
Yeah, it's definitely bucking him there in the Eliminations racing team, consisting of Caleb Gilbert, Robert Rader, and Jeffrey Israel. Definitely doing a lot here. You know, I think they've learned off of each other. But it's interesting to see is normally normally you see Rader, who took season 1 and season 2. We are deep in the season 3 here. And this is huge. We may see our reigning champion unseated here, as I believe Rader right now is sitting 6th in the points. He is not guaranteed even for the final 4 yet. Rader trying his darndest to stay alive, which is an odd thing to say, to stay alive.
Yes.
Heading into this. Heading into deep into these playoffs here. I knew there was a survey, and I would probably guess that most people kind of thought he was going to be one of the guys to make it to the end. Right now, if votes were going right now, I'm batting 100% who's final 4 lined up right now. And we'll see how this kind of turns out. As Jeremy Burns comes to the line to bring us only 2 laps left to go here at the Charlotte Roval. What a great job this has been by Jeremy Burns. No other battles really out here on the track, as this has continued to be nothing but trouble for more and more drivers out there. Earhart plowing into the wall there on lap 47 for him. Matthew Robinson looks like lap 50, and that may have sealed the deal here for him. Let's take a look at it. Yep, hopped it right there. Oh, no.
Oh. Yeah, that's a deal breaker.
Yep, had to tow. So that will do it. Right now, Matthew Robinson down pit.
Well, that will definitely help Mr. Michael Bennett.
Yes. Yeah, Bennett may be squeaking in, I mean, by, go ahead and say it, the hair on his chinny chin. That is going to be very, very close here. So right now, Burns still leading it. Justice Murphy sits second. Alice Forget watching this slip away from him. He's got to make up 6.5 seconds, but another 6.5 behind him is going to be Ray Lane. Welcome back to the league. As we see him for 2 races here in a row. Trevor Keith sitting 12th in the points, 10 off the line. But once again, Robinson kind of smoking out here. That's not going to. He may move up. Tay McDonald's a no-show here tonight. So we are definitely going to keep our eyes on it here. I definitely want to give a shout out to Kevin Orlando. I'm sure it's going to be a definite check here for the mark and checking out our points. Hopefully we'll get go ahead and narrow that down. But Jeremy Burns, last final and end of the race here as the white flag is out. He owned this one here, and he is definitely able to keep this thing, but he's just got to make it a few more turns here and keep it clean as he runs around the track halfway around. Remember, he still has the chicane on the back here, Stella. Then he's got to get through 3 and 4, another chicane on the front, and then he is across the line. As Jeremy Burns keeping it rolling here as he catches up to Kevin Orlando, who sits 13th. Still on the lead lap for now, but I don't think Jeremy Burns is really going to press that. As he is lining himself up for the win here.
Yeah, his and his fans out there are going wild. Julie Burns is on fire. Kohev, go Jeremy. Debbie Smith, Shannon Drosselmeyer, go. So you can imagine they are, yes, they're feeling like him right there.
Sinking the win.
He is always so fun to watch when he wins. You know, he's not all stalwart and like, yes, of course. He just crowned himself.
Yeah, right now, if I'm not mistaken, taking a look back at the races here, Right now, he is the road course king, if that's what he's hinting at here. I think he has won the majority of them of this season.
Oh, I wish we could hear it. The funny thing is, I guess next week they will be right back square and even again. He just won this to make the 8, to seal the deal to make the 8, and there really wasn't a question.
No, but he'll be heading into Las Vegas much more comfortable, seeing this will actually give him some of the points. Right now, remember I said he he's getting there where they got a little bit to win here at the end of this championship run here. Right now, he is pretty much lined up for a butt kicker system and everything else, but we're not going to mark him as the winner of the whole season yet. He's got a lot of guys chasing him here. Justice Murphy with another podium position, and Alice Forget another podium position. So right now, this is huge, and kind of a flip-flop here of what we've seen of all these parts and pieces that we're seeing of this entire race, kind of coming to a head here, and wrapping this up. So we're seeing these guys kind of line it up here. Not too shabby from a bunch of our drivers. Appreciate you guys joining us here tonight. Of course, we're going to have a little conversation with our racers.
Well, we almost got all 3 of them on the line there, except Mr. Rader played pinball on the back end of a couple of them, and Jeremy decided it was time to do his lap, to do his burnouts.
Yeah, well, they definitely got their picture in there, and then that's was that Raider? Are you sure? I thought that may have been Caleb.
Oh, well, that is, but I thought for sure.
Might have been. Doesn't matter right now. The only thing that matters is Jeremy Burns is the winner here of the All About Bugs 125 at the Charlotte Roval.
And Sonny Poston out there says, about time you make it back to the top. And Robert Yost is saying, awesome.
Oh, yeah. I know. We haven't seen Robert Yost in forever.
Yeah.
Good Lord.
I think there's some little sneaky ones watching out there sometimes. They don't chat, but their eyeballs are on you.
Alrighty. I know I always try to imagine how many people are behind that TV screen. Let's see how many join in. Jeremy Burns trying to see if he can fry and blow up the tires here, but we'll cut away and try to reel these guys in. And talk to Alice Forget, Justice Murphy once again, and Jeremy Burns again in victory lane here.
Well, we always like consistency.
Oh, yeah. Well, we're definitely getting that. We'll be right back. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we are with our third place finisher, Alice Forget. Man, this seems like a familiar position here. Talladega and now here at the Charlotte Roval. Alex, talk to me about this race.
Surprised. I'm surprised, honestly. This is a road course. I've been known for flipping where I shouldn't be flipping. But surprisingly, it went well because of one big factor. Everybody had to pit twice, and I played the save fuel strategy, and it worked pretty fine.
Ooh, safe fuel strategy. What was about the
Well, it wasn't in the draft.
yeah, I'm
So-
trying to yeah,
Basically, you guys want to know where I was able to save. Everybody in the infield, I think, was going on second gear, but I was staying in third, and I was basically using both my feet to clutch most of the time. So every corner that you're half braking, half on the gas, I was out of the gas and just on the clutch trying to save as much fuel as I can, and it worked.
Ooh.
wow.
Nice.
Wow. Well, man, dude, the entire Performance Motorsports gang, you guys, unfortunately, 2 were above and 2 below the line, but each of you occupied the line. There's a possibility that one has knocked another one out, somebody's been bumped, and there may be a switch up here. We'll keep an eye out on the points, but I believe with your consistency here in the past couple of races, this should sling you into Las Vegas in the round of 8. I feel pretty confident saying that. How do we handle
me too.
Vegas after a road course like tonight?
We breathe and take it easy because it falls right into my what the type of tracks that I like. So
Ah.
after this wild card round, it's gonna be good to just breathe and go to tracks, Las Vegas and Homestead, especially tracks that I like and or with that goes with my style of racing.
Some of these drivers I thought were hopping the track, and it's very tough to see drivers getting airborne and not getting caught up in this one. But Alice Forget, you definitely kept your nose to the ground, bringing your Toyota, actually the only Toyota I see to reach in the top 19 drivers. Tyler Harrison's Toyota sat in 20th, so definitely kind of tumbling around out there. But shout out time, buddy. You got a few people out here watching you.
Yes, sir. So I gotta thanks Chapman and Mall Services, Ultimate Siding and Gutters, but Kicker. I'm still looking for buying one. Simtrack, you guys. I like every week have you guys on right next to me so I can watch what's going on. Well, today wasn't really a thing because there wasn't any cautions or anything, but your guys are always here, and I'll always love your feedback when I have to watch it. Uh, my boys at Performance, they kept me again, especially at the end. I wasn't sure if I was gonna able to make it, so these guys just put me in an environment where I was feeling very confident, and it really helped today, bringing this Toyota Camry Maxi P3.
Oh yeah.
I'm sure Jess was watching. She came by. She congratulates me earlier. So thank you very much, Jess, and everybody else that is watching that know me personally. I know that some of you guys are watching. So everybody that is watching, thank you very much.
Alrighty, Alice Forget, good luck to you, buddy,
He
and
was out
hopefully,
here.
yeah, hopefully we'll see you crushing it there at Las Vegas, man, because the stakes get higher, and that means you're close to the bottom, buddy, and you're gonna have to fire on through. But with Tay McDonald and Grant Thorpe not showing up, buddy, this may be a huge turn of events and a huge twist. So keep the consistency up, and hopefully we'll talk to you again here in the following weeks.
Yes, sir. I really hope so.
Alrighty. That is going to do it for Alice Forget here. Excellent job here as we move on to our second place finisher of Justice Murphy. This is wild. Right now, I'm trying to ride Justice Murphy out. Not able to get the Triple Crown here, but still a second place finish, and I am trying to wear him out about these points. Justice Murphy, dude, you have been robbing points from everybody here, especially coming in another podium position for another week. Talk to me.
Yeah, I thought that strategy may work out a little differently, but to be honest, it was just The only reason I even got back to second was pure pace. So, it is what it is. I knew I kind of had to play strategy. Burns was quick. But yeah, stole a lot of points from people. A stage win, a race win, second, first place points. I mean, that's 100 points, 100 friggin' 10 points from people that they couldn't get. So, yeah, I mean, it's a big thing to have that kind of round. Needed it for the confidence. Obviously, I know I'm gonna have to go back and watch this race, like I say, week to week, and I'll have to deal with the comments about road course king this, road course king that. It is what it is.
Oh.
The kid does his work. So, no, I just literally when you pulled me, I put the points in the document, Rob, and then we're about to put stage points in. So, hopefully you have points and know who's getting through. From the look of it, it's going to be close on the cut line between like TK Bennett and Grant. So that'll be interesting to see.
Grant.
Yeah,
From
Thorpe.
second?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, he finished dead last, or well, he finished
Right.
25th. Jeff finished dead last, but yeah. I mean, you know, before you buy the John Mayer tickets, you should make sure which race it is during the round.
Oh, no.
Dude.
Yeah.
So
We
that's
thought it was work. We could
No.
forgive work.
no John Mayer tickets. I understand that too, but yeah, I was like, but he told us that last night. He said, I'm probably not going to be there. I've got to go to John Mayer. I was like, okay.
Wow. Alrighty then.
Yeah, so
no.
it'll be interesting. We'll see how the cutoff plays out. But yeah, he may have set himself up to get eliminated there, which would suck. But TK had a hell of a race. Can't take that away from him. Goes out, wins the stage, finishes 5th. I know he was battling back there with Rob at the end. I'm sure y'all had some fun because there was not much fun happening in the front 3. We were split so far apart.
Yeah, it was there. There were a few things going on there. We did watch you make the pass there with Alice Forget. Trevor Keith, we saw a couple things going on, but I know the two of them were kind of toying around, a second and then 5 seconds apart, and then it was, 2 seconds again and kind of shifting around, and Trevor Earhart kind of plowing himself into the wall.
Yeah. Yeah, he said he didn't shift, or he didn't downshift all the way. He came into waiting and told me that, but yeah, I don't know what Alex's plan was there. I'll maybe try to talk it out with him and see if he actually wants to have a conversation or not. But he, if you know you're saving gas, let the faster guy by. Like it's either that or you're going to get yourself wrecked in that situation. So, he almost made a really bad decision. He was about 1 lap away from getting about a 14th.
Wow. Dude, oh my gosh. Well, I think where I'm also tangled up is you saying Grant not getting knocked, almost knocked out or not. I'm concerned because, I mean, we're looking at all 4 drivers of the Performance Motorsports gang are hovering that line, 2 above, 2 below. Trevor Keith and Tay McDonald were on the bottom rung there, and now you're saying it's going to shuffle up. So
Tay won't make it because he wasn't here tonight. So Tay for sure won't make it. So it's basically a battle from 11th to 7th, and then Grant got tossed into that because he only scored basically 15 points tonight. So, it'll be, like I said, it'll be really close. It'll be a battle basically between TK, Grant, and Bennett. Like I said, I think Matt's definitely out, Nick's definitely out, and Tay's definitely out. If I had to guess, just from the math that I was looking at.
Whoa.
Yeah.
All righty, man. Well, shout out time before you head to Vegas, and then we'll let you guys crunch it down. I'm excited to see where it lands.
Yeah, shout out to you guys. Broadcast as always. Y'all do a great job. I'll go back again, watch this thing tomorrow. We'll see some entertainment, hopefully. Shout out to Chapman Environmental Services for being the series sponsor, primary series sponsor, and then Ultimate Siding and Gutters, Butt Kicker, I think it was my race today. So All About Bugs is a race sponsor. All About Bugs is the car sponsor. Hate that we couldn't get it back to back in Victory Lane, but we'll go to Vegas next week and see if we can park it up front again.
Alrighty, Justice Murphy, good luck to you, man. We'll see you at Vegas, and boy, good luck on the points too, buddy. That sounds like a mess.
Yep, absolutely. Thank you, guys.
Take it easy, bud. Alrighty, that's going to do it for Justice Murphy, our second place finisher. That means race winner, Jeremy Burns, and I mean, absolutely no doubt in anybody's mind. The number 9 able to make it. I will say I had a doubt in my mind that the number 9. I wasn't so sure that Jeremy, you were going to make it here. I thought the fuel strategy was a little bit off.
Yeah, we decided to flip the stage a little bit. I did the calculations beforehand, and it looked like it was going to be just fine. Actually, Justice kind of threw me off there, not coming at all, because I thought more people were going to try to flip the stage. You know, the guys that needed the win needed to restart out front. I mean, you saw people like Grant Turner, Jacob Sirkovich that flipped it, but I would have expected, you know, Matthew Robinson or those guys that were below the cutoff to try to do that. But no, it was really nice. It was calculated the entire time, so I'm glad to keep you all on your toes.
Dude, win after win after win. Right now, you're getting the road courses down, but man, we head into a wild next set of races here, in Las Vegas being the next one. Man, how we yes, it's a poke in the eye. Yes, we got some stage points, but it seems you sacrificed a little bit of the stage points here in this race. I mean, you feeling confident that the race win was in the bag here tonight?
Well, I had to put myself in the best position to win, you know, because at the end of the day, the stage points don't matter unless I get playoff points. So if I would have won the stage, that would have been 1 point, but then I would have given up, you know, what the race win would have been. So I decided to give up the 1 playoff point and try to race for the 3 because we were almost guaranteed to lock in. And I was racing for the win tonight because I knew that we were going to be super strong and just trying to put our car in the best situation possible to win the race, you know?
Huh. Okay.
That sounds terribly mature.
Well,
For a college kid.
yeah. Well, I think what I'm getting at here, Stella, is I'm also looking at, you know, when you win the race by almost 16 seconds, you know.
Oh, was it that far? Oh, my heavens.
You know, and I kind of start taking a peek at some of the issue that his pit strategy wouldn't have needed to be possibly that way, seeing his speed all night. You were the only driver out there to break below a 120 tonight.
Yeah.
The only one. You, once again, at another road course, actually started picking up speed at the end on worn tires that were never taken the entire time. So I think that's where I'm kind of questioning for even some of the drivers who were out there. I see even Robert Yost, he's a driver over at the Graceland Shootout Series, and other people that watch, you know, how do we get to this point? How do we, one, pick up speed after old tires? How do we pit strategy the way you did here tonight and still have the confidence, you know, of not just pit like everybody else and then just blatantly pass them, because obviously you had the speed.
You could.
Well, I mean, at the end of the day, I feel really confident on the road course. Whereas if it was a track, say like a short track, I may be one to follow the leaders and who may be very well off there, who might run very good there. So, but when we get to the road courses, man, I'm calculated. I've been practicing this for 2 weeks, practicing the strategy, practicing getting on and off a pit road, practicing the restarts to make sure that I'm good when it comes to getting out of turn 1. So, like I said, I've put so many laps and so many hours into this in the college series the past couple weeks, and honestly, that just shows that people may not have followed me, but at the same time, I found something that works for me. And like I said, it didn't matter if I needed to do it or not. At some point, you know, even if I'm the top guy, I want to push myself to the very limit to make myself the best that I can possibly be. I don't just want to be satisfied with first. I want to keep beating myself and keep, you know, elevating my game, because eventually, you know, Road to Pro is going to be calling. I want to be, you know, competitive in that. So, and especially this college series, man, it's so competitive, and this series is so competitive. So anytime that I can just keep getting a leg up on where I've been and where I'm going, it's great to do that, and it's great to be thinking throughout the race, and it keeps me focused.
All righty, man. Well, Las Vegas is where we head to next. We've got a good slew of things upcoming in the following schedule. And I've got a question. If we head to Vegas, we head to Homestead and Martinsville. Give me one that's a weak point here for the Mountain Man.
I would definitely say Martinsville's a throw up in the air, but I was pretty good there. I was running third until somebody spun in front of me last season. But Vegas, I ran somewhat decent. I have top 10. But Homestead, I was really good at. So if I had to give you one, it'd definitely be Vegas. And then the Martinsville would just be the biggest question mark. Vegas, we had speed. It's just the mile and a half I still have to figure out. But Homestead's unique, and I tend to thrive there. I was third pending that last restart and ended up finishing like fifth last season. So I definitely feel very confident there. Feel very confident in Martinsville because it's a flat track. And if you remember the last flat track we went to, it was New Hampshire, and we did very well there. So definitely feeling good with the number 9 Ford Mustang, Chapman Environmental Ford Mustang, repping the pink tonight for breast cancer awareness. So we're feeling very good going into that and having the power behind us.
All right, man. Definitely, it's going to be a tumble up there. I would probably say the friendship and the teamwork is going to start being pressured. Raider and Earhart try very, very hard at Homestead.
Oh, yeah.
Words will be said at Martinsville. And Vegas, I think, is going to be what is the make or break, and I smell a little bit of Caleb Gilbert on that one. So it's going to be where the three of you guys have got to figure out to work together, but not wanting to kill each other, because I'm sure, yes, everybody still works together, but everybody is still reserved at the same time. Jeremy Burns, you are the winner of the All About Bugs 125 here at the Charlotte Roval. Congratulations. Shout out time.
I gotta shout out my mom and dad. They're actually in Cancun on vacation right now, and I'm pretty sure they got it up on a TV in a sports bar right now. So shout out to them, and shout out to anybody that's there watching. Gotta shout out my girlfriend as always. She's given me so much support over the last couple weeks. My cousin Dylan, he was watching tonight. He said he sent over a nice little congratulations. My uncles, Coach P and Sonny, my grandma, Miss Betsy, and everyone over in that household. They're supporting me week in and week out. I gotta shout out the rest of my family. I got my Aunt Julie, Derek, Caroline, Shannon, Jessica, Alex, Carter, and Colton. Jessica, Alex, Carter, and Colton are actually new first-time watchers tonight, and they said they're hooked now. So we got 4 more viewers for you guys. Glad to have that. And any other supporters that watch the league, any other people that watch from other leagues, we're glad to put on a show like that. And shout out the team. We've worked tirelessly the past 2 weeks to get this going, and gotta shout out Chris and Tyler and everyone else over at QSR, another racing series that I run at. Tyler Harrison and Chris Nail, they run in here now, and they work with me week in and week out, just trying to get everyone better. And it's awesome to see that. And shout out to all the sponsors, man. Chapman Environmental, Butt Kicker, Coastal Financial, Ultimate Siding and Gutters, and of course, you guys over here at SimTrax. Y'all do an amazing job week in and week out. I can't wait to go back and watch this. And I was repping the pink tonight for breast cancer awareness, like I said, so I'm glad to get that car in victory lane. And anyone else who can make this possible, any other supporters from the inside out of this league, I mean, it's just awesome to see what this league has become. And let's get on to Vegas and let's go hunt for a title, man.
Oh, man. Yeah, well, you are lined up for it. Your consistency all year definitely shows, and that's why you are here. Jeremy Burns, congratulations, man, and we'll see you in Vegas.
Thank you, sir.
All right, everybody, that's it for Jeremy Burns squaring away a win here on this one at the All About Bugs 125. They are taking a look here at a couple of things. We'll give you an update here on the points. We'll definitely try to see if we can hold in here. The reason why I don't have the points, Stella, there's a tiebreaker here.
I know. I'm so I'm on the edge of my seat, and so is Trevor Keith out there. He says he's praying that he made it. That would be one heck of a comeback story
swing
there.
Yeah,
you bet.
A swing from being at the very end to possibly being in contention of making it above the line.
I love it.
Yeah, that would be huge to see that kind of swap over. I'm interested to see if that does work out. Robert Rader here in the booth with us, man. Dude, we got it worked out?
I think we got it worked out.
Uh-oh.
This is preliminary, and it's very close. So we're gonna go back and make sure that we are triple checking before anything's official. But we're pretty certain this is where it's landed. Obviously, Jeremy Burns is in with the win tonight. Trevor Earhart already in with the win at Texas. Caleb Gilbert's in. I'm in. Loveland's in. Alex Forget is in. This is where it gets interesting. So, 7th is Michael Bennett in by 1 point.
Bennett.
And then we have a tie on the cutoff line between Grant Thorpe and Trevor Keith.
Oh my!
One's
one's
in
8 and one's 9.
Yes, one's in and one's out. Tie on points. Grant Thorpe is into the round of 8 based on the tiebreaker with his second place finish last week.
Okay.
He had the best finish in the round of 8. Man, that one hurts a little bit both ways because, man, Trevor ran a great race tonight. But not to get into all that, we do have Nick Alves 10 points out, Matthew Robinson 12 points out, and then Tay McDonald, who unfortunately couldn't make the race tonight, is 41 points out. So tiebreaker on the cutoff line. Grant Thorpe's in. Trevor Keith is out. And your round of 8 drivers will be Jeremy Burns, Caleb Gilbert, myself, James Loveland, Alex Forget, Trevor Earhart, Michael Bennett, and Grant Thorpe. Of course, we still have a lot of review to do just in case we miss something, whatever. But looking like that's probably pretty solid.
Whoa. Oh,
Hey.
yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. All right. Well, I'm glad you guys know how to figure out the points here, because man, I thought that off the last.
Well, now you
place
know why
finish.
it took us so long. We wanted to make sure we knew what we were talking about.
I thought it was gonna go off like qualifying time or something, or not last finish of the last race. Holy cow!
Well,
I thought it was
it's not finish of the last race. It's best finish in that round of the playoffs.
Ah.
So Grant Thorpe
Okay.
finished second last week, and TK had a really good round, especially in the last couple of races. But nothing to match that second place finish, unfortunately for him. So.
wow.
Can I cut in there for a second, Patrick?
Yeah.
I have 2 questions to ask. One being, was that a stage caution?
On lap 12?
Yes.
Yes, it was. Yeah, following the direction of real life NASCAR and their change to add a caution.
Got it.
And
Okay.
in the race on Sunday, we followed that directive here and had a caution in order to follow suit there. So we do our best to follow real life rules as much as we can within reason.
Okay. It's just previously when we watched you guys race, it was just a stage for points, and it wasn't that. And second, can I confirm that Justice Murphy has won the best of the rest for round 12?
I don't have those points in front of me, but considering he finished second in 2 of those races and
was
maybe
only had 1.5 points.
Yeah, I think I don't even know. It wasn't particularly close. So yeah, I think we can say safely that he won the best of the rest here in this round of 12 for sure.
Wasn't particularly close.
Well,
no, he won 1, and I think he ended up finishing second in 2 of them this round. So
yeah,
it was
so an average
absolute
finish of
blowout.
1.75. It's probably really competitive up there. We'll have to figure it out for sure.
Oh man.
I just wanted to hear from the admins, so I was making sure.
All right.
Yeah,
So
I hadn't even thought of that.
congratulations, Justice well, that's what I'm here for.
Remember all the things that we forget about. We appreciate you, Stella.
Oh yeah.
Well, isn't that, just right for a woman,
Yeah, alrighty.
We always
There's cut it off.
Yep,
Patrick,
that's it.
cut
We're
it off.
done. We're done.
That's our job, is to remind men of all the things that they don't.
Good
My
Lord.
wife doesn't need any more ammunition.
That's
Please.
it. Censored. We're
Please.
done. Oh my God.
Call it.
Off the mic.
Call it. Patrick, take us home.
That is it. Yep, that's going to do it for us. What a wild race this was here tonight at the Charlotte Roval for the All About Bugs 125. Next time you guys will see us, 4 more drivers are eliminated here, and we move on to the next round, the round of 8, and we'll head into Las Vegas. And we will be running the Earhart Group 200, where I'm sure Trevor's looking to have a better finish than he did tonight, especially after biting that wall, unfortunately. But hopefully he is going to continue on. But joining us here in the booth, Robert Rader with the points, Stellar Stella, and Patrick Morrison here with Simtrax Broadcasting. We wish you all well. Be well, be safe, be kind, and I'll catch all you guys next time.